The interview takes place over 3 continents. There's one virtual Zoom window overlooking 4 living rooms, 2 in New York, 1 in New Zealand, and 1 at THR Roma's office in Italy. Maestro, Bradley Cooper's take on the life, personal and professional, of legendary conductor Leonard Bernstein and his wife Felicia Montealegre, played by Carey Mulligan, has just dropped worldwide on Netflix. Bernstein's 3 children, Jamie, Alexander, and Nina, have gathered to talk about the movie and their memories. The siblings took center stage at the Venice Film Festival this year, leaping up after the film screening to jokingly conduct the bombastic standing ovation that greeted the film's world premiere, imitating their father's atypical and vibrant conducting style. It was cathartic in a moment when joy and tears, memories and pain were overwhelming, says Alexander. We became children again. And of course, we had to fill those 7 minutes of applause with something. Adds Nina. We just did what used to happen when the overture of Candide was on TV. We watched our father and imitated him in the living room. The trio speak in unison, finishing each other's sentences and picking up a word or comment to spin off in another direction. Always, incredibly, in tune. A tiny orchestra. Thousands of miles and 2 oceans divide them, but they sound like the kids shown in Maestro, chattering on the lawns of the Bernstein family estate in Connecticut. Do you know that they actually filmed there? Says Alexander. It was strange for us, surreal. Nina said it's like those dreams you have when you're in your house, but it somehow isn't your house. My parents were there, but they sort of weren't my parents. It was like a dream. We would see Bradley and Carey there, and they would come already in makeup and stage clothes to get into character. They would walk around the garden, around the rooms, and to us, it seemed both strange and natural, says Nina. At a screening the other day, when we were photographed with Bradley and Carey, Jamie and I looked at each other and said, "This is a very strange family picture." Our parents are younger than us, notes Alexander. It's hard to get a word in edgewise. The 3 go back and forth, mixing personal nostalgia with their enthusiasm for a film that evokes memories both sweet and painful. They reflect on the long journey to get their family's story to the screen. They've been trying to make this film for 15 years, says Alexander. Originally, it was with Martin Scorsese. He kept renewing the option, but no decision was made. Fred Berner and Amy Durning were already attached as producers. We agreed with them. We just asked to be able to read the script, to talk to the writer or the director who would do it. At a certain point, it had become a joke between us, all this talk of life rights, of options. We had resigned ourselves to the fact that this film would never be made, says Jamie. Alexander picks up. When everything had stopped moving, when it seemed impossible to bring it to the screen, came the twist: Steven Spielberg. Well, before he remade West Side Story, he entered the production team, and it looked like he might go behind the camera as well. The idea of Bradley playing the lead came from him. But the more Bradley got involved in the project, the more he talked to us, the more he felt the story was his. Jamie was the first among the siblings to see Bradley Cooper's directorial debut, A Star is Born. She just told us, "Go see it." We did, and we fell out of our chairs, says Alexander. We were really impressed with his work. And when we found him in front of us, he was like we imagined him to be after seeing the film: focused, attentive, committed, and full of generosity.